Hey everyone, I'm Brenton and welcome to Brenton's Question of the Week. Questions that collectors think about but don't always ask. Last week's question: if shipping prices continue to rise, does this spell the beginning of the end for statue collecting? Here are some of the responses from the community. Luke said, focusing more on local deals, I can pick up smaller statues due to cost and shipping. Need to really love a big statue to pay these prices, and no way I'm drinking the 1/3 Kool-Aid. Mark Books said, good question. I've always considered the shipping cost as part of the overall cost of the item, and even if I like the item, if it costs more than I'm willing to spend, then it's just something I have to pass on. Luckily for me, there isn't a ton of stuff out there that I want, and the items I want aren't huge items that would carry huge shipping costs. I think statue companies will start to feel the pinch as collectors are going to be much more selective. Casual Nerd Problem said, great question, and I always look forward to these. Thanks for what you do, Mr. Banner. As far as shipping price is going steadily up on all scales, but collectors keep buying. Collectors are jumping to 1/3 and rarely talk about how much money they lose on just shipping every statue. It's probably not a good thing to bring up, but something that adds to the overall cost and experience. For me, $100 plus for every box, and most 1/3 statues come with 2 boxes, is daunting on me to keep going 1/3 and keep it focused on just a few. I do not collect hot toys, but I do follow fellow collectors that do. They are fortunate to have a new figure release at least every 2 weeks, but with shipping going up, I'm sure they are now slowing down on collecting. Sorry if this was too long. No worries, Casual. That was a perfect length. And Knight said, shipping keeps rising, but so does everything else. Seems like people are just going to be more selective on what we purchase, but life finds a way. We are still going to collect what we love. So thank you all for the great responses. Now this week I've been thinking about, is negative criticism toxic to a collecting community? And it seems like for negative criticism, there's a fine line of giving feedback on the item, which I don't consider toxic on the community, because it's important for companies to hear if something's wrong, in hopes that they may fix it, especially if you're paying a ton of money for it. Now, on the other side of that, I think when you start personally attacking, that's when it becomes toxic in the community. So you have to be able to frame your criticism in a way that doesn't attack others, but just talks about the item at hand. Now, thank you for everyone for watching. Please feel free to answer in the comments and come back next week to hear what other collectors had to say and for another hard-hitting question.